Hello, welcome to the special World Cup edition of Insight with Buluwati Inshallah. Well, the round of 16 is completed and we have 8 teams fighting for the Golden Trophy, the most expensive trophy in the history of football. In fact, in the history of sports, the FIFA World Cup trophy. Well, we have exciting games, but we'll just focus on the 2 games for today where Argentina will take on the Netherlands and Brazil, the most successful team in the history of national team football, will play Croatia. That's Russia finalists. Let's start from that game. Brazil against Russia. Brazil against Croatia. Brazil have never lost against Croatia. In fact, the last 2 times they met in the World Cup, last time in Brazil, where Brazil won that game 3-1, and even before then in Germany 2006, Brazil won both games. And the friendly match they played after that, Brazil also won by 2-0. The biggest result Croatia ever got against the Seleção of Brazil was a 1-0 draw. That was the first time both nations met. And this time around, with the form of Brazil, it will be difficult to see anything but victory for the Seleção. On Croatia's part, Croatia don't do too much. They don't score much. They don't concede much. They know how to do one thing well, defend very well. And if you follow their progress in 2018 in Russia, many of their games were won via extra time or penalties. They are very dogged, rugged defensively, and in the middle of the park, led by the legendary Luka Modric with his cohorts, the Brozovic, Kovacic. They know how to possess the ball well. They can knock the ball left, right, center. When it comes to defending, they can do just that. So it will be a difficult game for Brazil, where in the middle, Brazil, there's not much of creativity in the middle for Brazil, where Casemiro and Paqueta are expected to defend the goal and as well push attack, especially for Paqueta. And of course, the firing power of Vinicius Junior, Neymar, Rafinha on one side, and of course, Richarlison up front. Will the defense of Croatia be able to withstand the firing force of these Brazilians? Well, later today we'll get to see that. The other game as Netherlands versus Argentina. Netherlands have never won the World Cup before. They've lost all the finals they've played. They want to break that jinx, and they have a young boy in form. His name is Gakpo up front for them, as well with Memphis Depay, who looks to be fully fit. And in defense, they have men. Timber, Nathan Ake, and of course Virgil van Dijk in the middle of the park. There's the young Frankie de Jong in the middle. These guys need to come together. And don't forget, with the form Dumfries has had in this tournament, he's also a player to look out for. And of course, on the other side, on the left, has to be Daley Blind, where his father is part of the coaching crew. Against the Argentine side, where, of course, Lionel Messi is leading the pack for them. There's Alvarez in good form in this tournament. Even before, he didn't really play for Man City, but since the World Cup, he's been doing so well. And, of course, on the other hand, there's Angel Di Maria, who they are fighting for his fitness in this game. In the middle, there are reports that both Rodrigo de Paul and, of course, Papu Gomez are not fit for this game. They are injured. I think if they are not playing, there will be big miss in this game. And, of course, there's still Enzo Fernandez, who scored one of the best goals to this tournament so far. So, this will be fun. This will be interesting. I believe if the Netherlands want to win this game, they will need to put pressure on what I think is the average defense of Argentina and Otamendi and Romero. Well, they could live up to the billing in a game like this, but I still don't think there's much of a threat in their defense. But they have a very good goalkeeper in Emiliano Martinez. This game will be tough. This game will be interesting. Argentina want to win the World Cup for Messi. They want Messi to win the World Cup. Remember, when people talk about him being the GOAT, you hear, well, he cannot be the greatest of all time if he's not the greatest Argentine player. That's always for ban. So this will be interesting. I don't know, for the first game between Brazil and Croatia, I think it may get to another extra time because that's what Croatia know how to do very well. But overall, I think Brazil will still do enough because they're the favorites, of course, to win the World Cup. So I believe the Seleção will do enough to edge last World Cup's finalists in Croatia. So for the semi-final among these 2 guys, I'll give it to Brazil. And for the other game, Netherlands and Argentina, it will also be another tough game. I think it will be a game where we'll see both sides get goals. You expect Lionel Messi to score or provide an assist here. And of course, you expect Gakpo, who didn't score in the round of 16, to get to the score sheet, and also with the support of Memphis Depay. If Di Maria played this game for Argentina, he'll be a huge boost for them. I think he's the most underrated player in this squad. Remember when Argentina got to the final in 2014? What happened in that game? He stopped scoring immediately. Di Maria got injured. So they need him in this game. Similar to the Brazil-Croatia as well. Both teams met in 2014. Argentina won that game via penalty. Both teams met in 2006 in the group stages. The Dutch side won that one. So I think I'll still want to go for Netherlands to progress to the semi-final in this game. So for Brazil-Croatia, I'll give it to Brazil. And for Netherlands and Argentina, I'll give it to the Europeans this time. So I think it will be Europe versus South America in the semi-final of the FIFA World Cup. When it's time to talk about the other game tomorrow, we'll give it. So for today, thank you very much for tuning in to the special World Cup edition of Isati Bulu at Stonishala. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscription is absolutely free. Till we come here again tomorrow. Have a beautiful sport today.